Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Glossy Philosophy. My name is Jansen Binman and today you are tuned in for a special occasion makeup. I've already washed my face and prepped my skin with skincare and done some eye patches for a little extra boost in the eye area. So now let's get started with doing the correcting and getting rid of any discoloration. First, I'm going to start off with the NARS Tinted Smudgeproof eyeshadow base. This one is a game changer. So for anybody who has trouble with their eyeshadows staying all day, especially if you're using powders, I would definitely check out the NARS. So now we're going in with the BOBBI Brown Corrector. I'm taking my finger, I'm warming up the product, and then I'm placing it on the skin. Just doing really light taps underneath anywhere where I'm seeing the discoloration and focusing more on those areas where there is a little purple or blue peeking out. I do eye patches from Pixie and they do a great job of depuffing underneath the eyes for like a really quick fix, but they can't do anything about the discoloration, so it's really nice to have a corrector as well. Now, we are going in with several shadows, so I am going to still go in with my concealer first, but I'm probably going to take a break on the foundation just in case there is some fallout. So we're going to start with the GIORGIO ARMANI Luminous Silk in 4.5 and really focus in on those inner corners. I'm going to take my duo fiber brush and just blend out those edges, and anywhere where I need a little extra coverage, I'm just going to bounce my brush. Because again, we're going in with several eyeshadow colors and powders, I don't want to go too crazy heavy on the concealer. Otherwise, if I do have to touch up later, then it's going to just get kind of messy. So nice sheer layers at first, just to kind of give an idea of what the eye is actually looking like. And I am going to go in with my brow colors as well. So that is Sandstone and Brun on my angled brush. Focusing on that outer brow first and then bringing the color in. If my brows were naturally more filled in and a little bit darker, it would be darker on the outer part rather than the inner part. You never really see a darker brow right here and then a lighter brow. It's always the opposite. It also helps to really frame the face. And make sure that the eyeshadows look nice and balanced when your brows are balanced. We're not going to go too crazy because the focus is definitely going to be on the eyes and not really the brows. So now we are ready for the eyeshadows, and here is the quad that I will be using. We are doing Cork, Uninterrupted, Yes to Sequins, and Rice Paper. So first we are going to start with the 201 from BK Beauty as always, and I'm actually going to mix in a little bit of my bronzer on my brush and then a little bit of Cork. Starting on the outer part of my eye and working my way up to that socket. And bringing down anything extra that I have onto my lid. Doing the same thing with the other eye. Doing windshield wiper motions to get the product on, and then using little circles to really blend that out. Now we are going to amp up the look with a 217, going into Uninterrupted, In the summer, I like to play with these warmer browns. Even if I'm not really getting nice and bronzy, I think it's just a really fun way to celebrate the warmth, the sun, getting outside again, and just enjoying life in a new way. And just as a reminder, whenever you're doing your eyes, make sure that you can relax them how you normally hold your face as much as possible. Because otherwise, when your face relaxes from surprised face, your shadow is going to disappear. So I'm just really lightly blending out those edges, making sure that nothing is harsh. And then taking a step back and seeing where we are. So I'm really liking that, but I want to amp it up just a little bit more. So same brush, 217 into Uninterrupted, and I'm going to go back into the crease just a little bit because I am going to be playing with a black liner. I want to make sure that my shadow can stand up to that. You can always go back and do that too, but it's nice if there's a good base already, because sometimes when you go back, you can cover up your liner a little bit. So just softening, making sure that everything's talking to each other, and then blending out those edges. Yeah, that's much better. It might feel a little bit bananas right now, but once we get that liner in, everything's going to talk to each other a little bit nicer. So I'm going to take my 217 and just kind of blend out those edges, make sure that they're nice and soft. And sometimes things look crazy until you get that eyeliner on there as well. We will be going in with the Stila Stay All Day Intense Black Liquid Liner, but first we need to tightline our eyes. So I'm just really lightly picking up my lid, making sure that lash line is nice and black. And then going in with the liquid liner, and then we'll see if we want to do any gel liner, just soften it up a little bit. Finding that angle from our lower lash line. And then just doing little dashes. Just as you would with a brush, you're using this as a brush as well. So you're going to be using all sides of the actual tip point. Same thing, getting that initial wing. Checking the symmetry, making sure that our little kitten wings look good. And I think I will go in with a little bit of my gel liner just on that inner part. Sometimes I feel like when I wrap my whole eye in the liquid liner, it just gets a little harsh. And if this is for a daytime celebration, then it's nice to mix the two, because you get the longevity of the liquid, but then you also get the softness of the gel. Plus, then I'm adding in a little bit of that chocolate brown. And I think chocolate brown and black are just so yummy together. Okay, now we are ready for mascara. So anytime you do black or a darker eye, you definitely want to make sure that you're using some kind of a primer or just really coating your lashes with mascara. So we're going to go in with our primer from DIOR, the 3D Maximizer, getting our lashes somewhat white to make sure that we're actually getting a good amount of primer on there. We don't really need to be careful about this. The wand is really good. It's not gonna over prime your eyelashes. And then going in with Smokey Eye Mascara from Bobbi Brown. This will hold up through tears as well, which is amazing. I should do a video on how to cry with makeup on. It is an art to making sure that your makeup does not move. Basically, you just want to dab at your eyes. You don't want to wipe. As soon as you wipe, it's over. But if you dab, then even non-waterproof mascara will make it. Okay, so I just kind of fluttered a little bit and I got some mascara down here. No big deal. First, we're just going to try to tap it and move it, and if it doesn't work, we can go in with eye cream or a primer, whatever we need, but just kind of tapping it away is good. That's totally fine. So as long as your under eye area is nice and hydrated, you can usually move makeup around until you set it. And then once you set it, it gets a little bit trickier. So don't set until you're sure you're ready to go. Okay, our eyes are looking nice and sultry and definitely the focal point. Because it is a special occasion, I do like to add a little bit of shimmer. So I'm going to go in with the 207 into rice paper and just add a little pop on that inner corner. And then if this was a really special night, or if this is like nighttime, then I would also add some glitter. The Yes to Sequins on top is like a top coat that kind of allows the shadows to peek through as well. So now we are ready to finish the complexion and finish the look. I think I'm going to go in with just a touch more concealer, especially because I had that little bit of a mishap. But I'm still going to go in with a really light layer, and I'm going to go in with my Duo Fiber as well, because my eye patches really worked a trick this morning. So just kind of tapping in where necessary and blending out where needed. You can even get a little bit around the nose for a little extra coverage. And then we're going to do our foundation on the back of the hand. And I think I will go in with my 55 Pro foundation brush instead. Just because we want a little bit more on the eyes, it's nice to kind of balance that out with more of a medium coverage. Plus I'm wearing all black, and sometimes it's nice, again, to have a little bit more coverage when you're wearing all black and when your eyes are a little bit smokier. Just a little bit on the forehead. Don't want to get too crazy. Also don't want to undo what I did on my brows. And then just kind of bouncing my brush. And then I'm going to take whatever is left on the back of my hand and bring it down my neck. Make sure that we don't have a line. and everything looks nice and blended. Now we are ready for our powder, so pale yellow powder with the Precision Powder Brush from BK Beauty. It's getting hot, and I find that using a smaller brush in the summer is the way to go because I have a powder sunscreen. So I'm kind of powdering all day, especially if I'm outside with the kiddos. And so I don't want to put a ton of powder on my face initially, and I'm okay if like my skincare is kind of peeking throughout the day. I just want to make sure that I'm getting that sun protection. So, but because I know I'm going to be powdering all day, I don't want to put a ton of powder on initially because I'm probably not going to get outside in the next 2 hours. And just going in with a little bit of a glow because this is a special occasion and we want a little glow. A glow is also really nice when your eyes are more matte. It just adds a little bit more dimension to the face, even though we will be creating a little bit more anyways. I'm going to go in with Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. And just making sure everything's nice and blended. You can always go back in with your foundation brush after you put on your blush and almost turn that into a cream. But everything's just nice and shiny and giving a little bit of a glow. All right, now we're going to go in with our bronzer on our BK Beauty bronzer brush. So fun. So fun to say. And just a little bit. Just kind of playing into the season and our bone structure. So just right under that cheekbone and then sweeping up into the blush so that everything's nice and blended. Definitely on the forehead, probably more so on the forehead right now just because we are heading into those summer months and it's okay to be a little bit more bronzy right now. You can even put a little bit on your nose and on your chin. Plus, again, when you're wearing black, it's nice to have just a little bit of extra color. So now we're going to go in with the lip. I was originally going to do Kitten Mischief and a gloss, but that is feeling maybe a little bit too heavy. So let's go in with a new lip gloss that I have from Lisa Eldridge, which is Rain. It reminds, I just finished Petal and I wanted to get, I almost got Petal again, but I saw she had some new glosses. So I wanted to try. And Rain looked like it was more of a red Petal. Because Petal is kind of a really nice pinky brown, so really great for spring, but heading into summer. And then of course fall, it's kind of nice to have a little bit more of that red. So that is the look. Thank you guys so much for watching this special occasion tutorial. I hope that all of your special occasions this month go amazing. And again, if you're wearing black or it's a fun night out, then I think black liner is totally okay and totally appropriate. If you are celebrating something during the day and not wearing black, then just swap out the black liner for a different color, either a dark gray or a chocolate brown, something like that, something that will complement your eyes. So I do fashion videos every Wednesday, beauty videos every Friday. On Mondays, tackling very specific situations to make your life a little bit easier and a little bit more glossy. Thank you again for watching. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.